Hello everyone, my name is Dita Tasha, and in these presentations, I will be reviewing and explaining a journal article as part of my academic segment. Through this presentation, I am to clearly explain the key aspect of the select journal and demonstrate my understanding of the topic discussed in the article. This journal review aims to provide a structured and comprehensive discussion of the select article by examining its main components in detail. Specifically, the review will elaborate on the research background to explain the context and motivation of the study, followed by the research objective that guide the analysis. Furthermore, it will describe the research methodology employed by the authors, highlight the main finding of the study, and conclude by summarizing the key conclusion and contribution of the article. Through this review, a clearer understanding of the relevance and significance of the journal is expected to be achieved. The first article is Shifting Sands: How Exchange Rate Volatility Shapes Income Distribution in High-Income Countries. It's written by Brendan Pearson and Ayo Brophy and published in Structural Change and Economic Dynamics by Elsevier. The journal is indexed in Scopus Q1, indicating a high quality and reputable international economics journal. The background of this study is increasing level of income inequality in high-income countries over the past decade. Despite strong economic growth and high average income levels, income distribution has become more unequal. At the same time, most high-income countries apply floating exchange rate regimes, which cause exchange rate to fluctuate frequently. While many studies analyze exchange rate movement in relation to growth, inflation, and trade, limited research focus on how exchange rate volatility affects income distributions. Therefore, this study addressed an important gap in development economics by examining the relationship between macroeconomic instability and inequality. The main objective of this research is to examine the impact of exchange rate volatility, currency depreciation, and currency appreciation on income inequality in 31 high-income countries from 1990 to 2021. The authors aim to identify whether exchange rate volatility worsen income inequality, which income groups are more affected, and whether redistribution policies can reduce the negative effects of exchange rate instability. This study used panel data from 31 high-income countries collected from various international databases. Income inequality is measured using the market Gini coefficient, net Gini coefficient, and income share of different population groups. Exchange rate volatility is measured based on annual change in national currency against the US dollar. The authors apply advanced econometric methods, especially method of moments quantile regressions, supported by several panel regression techniques to ensure robust and reliable results. The findings show that exchange rate volatility significantly increases income inequality. Currency depreciation consistently worsens income distribution by reducing the income share of lower income groups and increasing the income share of higher income groups. In contrast, currency appreciation has weak or insignificant effects on inequality. This study also finds that the effect of exchange rate volatility is stronger on market income inequality than on net income inequality, indicating that government redistribution policies help reduce but do not fully eliminate inequality. In conclusion, the study highlights the importance of macroeconomic stability, particularly exchange rate stability in achieving inclusive economic development. Exchange rate volatility and depreciation tend to increase income inequality, making economic growth alone insufficient to ensure equitable development. Therefore, policymakers should strengthen exchange rate management and redistribution mechanism to protect lower income groups and promote sustainable development. After discussing the first journal, which focused on economic development issue, I will now move on the second journal, which offer a different but equally interesting perspective from economic theory. I will present and explain a journal article entitled Subtle Diplomacy, written by Piero Gottardi and Claudio Mazzetti, and published in the Journal of Economic Theory, which is a Scopus Q1 index journal. Building on this motivation, the study is grounded in the observation that many real-life mediations are conducted through a method known as subtle diplomacy, where the mediator meets the parties separately rather than bringing them together. However, most existing economic literature focus on static mediation mechanism. This static approach often fails to achieve efficient outcome when information is private and asymmetric. Therefore, this research seeks to provide a solid theoretical explanation for why dynamic mediation through subtle diplomacy is widely used and effective in practice. Based on the background discussed earlier, the main objective of this study is to analyze subtle diplomacy as a dynamic mediation mechanism from an economic perspective. More specifically, the study aimed to examine whether subtle diplomacy can achieve ex post efficiency and whether it can also produce fair outcomes, particularly when the parties have symmetric prior informations. To address this objective, the author employed a theoretical framework based on game theory and mechanism design. The study developed a model involving two parties with private information, typically a buyer and a seller, who engage in mediation process. The mediator designed a gradual information disclosure process while offering a fixed prices. The analysis relies on the concept of perfect Bayesian equilibrium to assess incentive, strategic behavior, and the efficiency of the mediation's outcome. Using this framework, the study finds that subtle diplomacy always leads to ex post efficient outcomes, meaning that agreements are reactive and only if they are socially optimal. In contrast, static mediation mechanisms fail to achieve such efficiency under information asymmetric. Furthermore, when the parties have symmetric distribution of evaluations, subtle diplomacy guarantees a fair division of surplus. The mechanism is also shown to be robust even when parties possess some private information at the beginning of the mediation process. In conclusion, the study demonstrates that subtle diplomacy is not merely an intuitive or practical mediation technique, but a theoretically optimal mechanism. By allowing gradual information relevations and carefully designed incentive, subtle diplomacy effectively overcomes information's asymmetric and guides parties toward efficient and fair agreements. Therefore, the findings suggest that focusing solely on static mediation mechanism is too restrictive and does not reflect how successful mediation operates in a real-world setting. So that's it. Thank you.